What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. I'll keep you up to date here with everything. We have an update from the White House on the Build Back Better stimulus package. We have new freebies going out here we're going to talk about in this video. And some people are going to be receiving $5,000. We'll be talking about that here as well in this video. We got a lot actually going on here. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to watch all the way to the end. And don't forget to hit the like button for us. We got a lot of good stuff for you guys in this video. And thanks to today's sponsor, Albert. Are you tired of traditional banks charging you $35 overdraft fees or checking account fees? And would you like to bank without having a minimum balance? Then you should check out Albert and the Albert app. Albert is completely different from any other bank account you've used in the past. It's free, super easy to use, and helps you save more money by looking into your expenses and helps you find where you can save more money. With the Albert app, you can get paid up to 2 days early, and Albert offers cash back at your favorite stores. Plus, with Albert, you'll get access to their team of geniuses, financial experts you can lean on for help with your financial situation. Click on the link down below in the description box and the pinned comment to download the Albert app today. For a limited time, when you open a checking account and connect a qualifying direct deposit, you will get $150. So go download the Albert app with the link down below right now. Okay, let's go to the White House with Press Secretary Jen Psaki giving us an update about the Biden agenda now that we're technically in year 2. She'll update us on the Build Back Better package and Biden's approval ratings. A lot of different things here. Here we go.
Second question. There's a conversation brewing that I'm sure you're aware of about the direction of the Democratic Party, and it's no longer just sort of confined to the Substack discontents. The Times has this focus group that they published a sort of transcript of that Frank Luntz, your favorite pollster, held in. One voter
no
said,
issue with Franklin.
Okay. And one voter says, I just want to send a message. I think the Democratic Party is nuts at the moment, and the only way I can send that message is with my vote. And then another voter responds to that, yeah, the progressives have taken over the Democratic Party. I just want you to respond to that and to the broader criticisms that the administration is being moved too far to the left, and that could present challenges down the road for you.
Well, I'm not going to respond to individual people in focus groups, but I will tell you that the president's view and our view is that his agenda is one that is broadly popular in the country among many progressives, but also among many moderates and, frankly, many Republicans who are maybe not sitting in this zip code, but are members of the public writ large. And that's because negotiating the price of prescription drugs is something people think is long overdue. That's because a lot of people can't afford the cost of childcare. It is prohibitively expensive. That is why 2 million women, in part why 2 million women are not in the workforce. A lot of people don't know how to afford elder care, especially when they're paying also for childcare. People don't know how to get universal pre-K for their kids, or they can't afford to do it. They put them in daycare, making them less likely, by data, less likely to graduate from college. Those are things that are American issues. They're not Democratic or progressive issues. And his agenda is broadly popular across the spectrum. We also know that that there are challenges that the American people is going through a lot right now. And we've talked about this before, but obviously we're at a point where we're still fighting a pandemic. We didn't think we'd still be there. That's frustrating to people, no matter what wing of the party or whether you're a Republican. It's frustrating to everybody. We certainly understand that, and we know that's why we need to focus on getting the pandemic under control and continuing to address costs.
That actually gets to my final question, and I appreciate being able to ask
Sure.
all three. So if we climb to like a higher altitude than, crime trends or polls or focus groups, how much of just the key to this administration is just getting through the pandemic and getting through it in a way that is safe and responsible, and then we can all sort of exhale and say, this is done. And is there a sense, and I have a feeling there is, that other things will fall into place once you get through COVID? Because it seems to me that you guys are paying a political price for the fact that this pandemic just does not end, and people are frustrated, and for any number of totally legitimate reasons, but they're taking it out specifically on you.
Well, we know that COVID, the fact that we're still fighting a pandemic, is on the minds of nearly every American. Of course it is. It impacts their daily lives and how they're living their lives. They can't go to concerts or restaurants. You worry about your kids going to school. And life doesn't look the same as it looked a couple of years ago. The president believes, and you heard him say this last night, that we can get COVID under control. And COVID, as it is right now, is not forever. It does not have to disrupt our daily lives. Right now, of course, we're in an unprecedented surge. We have the tools, but we believe we have the tools to protect ourselves, our communities, our schools, and our businesses. And everyone needs to be unified around these tools. That is our focus. But COVID right now, as it is right now, is not going to be what it is for forever. And that's what we're working to get to the other side of. There's no question that addressing the pandemic is the top issue on people's minds.
Yeah, she says what COVID does not have to disrupt our average everyday lives. Well, that's wishful thinking. You can see right here, right now, 8.8 million people are out sick because of they've tested positive for the virus. And that is only going up. We're probably nearing 10 million people here, getting close to 8.8 million people out sick because of the virus. Yeah, so to say that, that's just wishful thinking to say that it's not affecting our average everyday lives. Most places you go, you have to wear masks now. I guess it depends on what state you're in. Some states are more restrictive on that than others. You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. But and also we have probably thousands of schools closed right now, going virtual. We just have all sorts of different things going on here that are affecting our average everyday lives. We have inflation going up here. Inflation is at a 40-year high. It's at 7% over the last 12 months. Some countries are much, much higher. We've gone over that. Some countries are 30% or more dealing with the same problem. It's not just here in the US, it's worldwide. And we still look at this. Yesterday's new cases are in. 748,000 people tested positive just yesterday alone. That's right about the 7-day average, 740,000 people on the 7-day average. So yeah, it's still raging on. The day before that, the 19th, was 851,000 people testing positive. You can see this upswing here. It's massive. When we go back to in the summer, look at this. Look at how low it was here. 10,000 cases. We had one day of May, 5,000 cases. Yeah, boy, what a difference it was back in the summer. And that's just kind of before Delta and before Omicron. And now we're at 750,000 cases per day. What a difference, huh? Who would have thought that would have happened, right? Also, the government has announced that you're going to be able to get free N95 masks next week, possibly even sooner. Here's where to find them. You can see here these N95 masks aren't always easy to find. The N95 masks are the best. They're you can see here they filter out at least 95% of the particles. Remember, N95 masks are American. KN95 masks are made in China. And N95 masks are the best, or at least one of the best. And it can still be a challenge to find masks in stores or in stock, especially when buying them online and making sure you get the right kind if this is important to you. The CDC says that KN95 respirators are only 60%. 60%. That's the Chinese version of the N95. And that did not meet the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health inspection requirements. For that reason, you'll want to be careful which ones you buy. But next week, the Biden administration will start giving out 3 free N95 masks to every person that visits either a community health center or as well as participating pharmacies and retailers like CVS, Costco, and Walmart. So that is going to start here next week. So be on the lookout for that. CVS, Costco, and Walmart, as well as participating community health centers. And there is also pharmacies that are going to be doing this here, like Albertsons companies, Costco, CVS, GeriMed, Good Neighbor Pharmacy, HealthMed, all these other companies you can see here on the screen, Kroger, um, yeah, all these different companies you can see here on the screen. I'll just kind of say some of the big ones: Meyer Incorporated, Publix, Retail Business Services, Rite Aid, Giant Eagle. That's a big one here in the Northeast. All these other ones you can kind of see here on the screen. Just take a gander here on the screen here. Walgreens and Walmart, including Sam's Club. So they're going to be giving out 3 free N95 masks. I believe they said per person. 3 free N95 masks per person. Yeah, for every person that visits. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. So if you're going to any one of these stores, they say it's starting next week. I think that some places are potentially starting early. Also, I want to remind you that you can go to this website right here. See it right here on the screen: covidtests.gov, COVIDTESTS with an S, .gov. It's not .com, it's .gov. And you can order 4 free at-home virus test kits. Okay, it is super easy. It literally takes like 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything. You literally put your name and your address in, and you click this green button, and that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Do it after this video. I only got a minute or two left here. And this is the website. Write it down here on a piece of paper. Covidtest.gov. It is so easy to do. Okay. And it only takes like a minute. And the important thing here is that if you go to Walmart or CVS or Walgreens, these tests are like $22.99 to $29.99. Okay. So you can see here it's an official government website. You don't want to pay $22.99 or $29.99 whenever you need to test at home. Or, I mean, you could go to an official government website as well. But testing at home is kind of nice. And then if you're positive or something like that, then you can go to a real testing facility and like confirm it or something like that. Having these test kits at home is nice, and they're free, which is even nicer, right? Free is kind of like the best word you can get. Another really good word is $5,000, and that kind of leads me to my next story here. Yeah, you can see here you may be eligible to receive $5,000 on your tax refund thanks to stimulus law here in this article from yesterday. And I have talked about this here on the show as well. And you're going to be able to file your tax returns here now, pretty much. And some people are going to be able to receive $5,000. And if you don't know about this, um, you're going to be very, very thankful that you watched the show or that I told you about this, because a lot of people, probably thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of people, will miss out on this simply because they do not know about it. Yeah, literally will miss out on this because they don't know about it. Yeah, and I'll show it to you here on the screen so you can see it. Some people think I'm like making this stuff up. It's absolutely not true. If you watch my show here, Everything I show you, I like to show you it on the screen, so it's kind of like confirmation and stuff. If you welcomed a new baby in your family in 2021, you had a new baby born in 2021, you will or you can receive up to $5,000 on your tax refund as long as you claim it on a tax return. Okay, if you don't normally file a tax return or for whatever reason, you probably need to file a tax return or even just a simple tax return in 2021. Okay. So yeah, you could see here, this is due to the two tax credits in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that President Biden signed into law in 2021, the third stimulus check package. Okay, those $1,400 checks that President Biden signed into law last year. Parents who meet eligibility requirements will receive $3,600. That's basically every parent that makes under $75,000 that's like pretty much the only eligibility requirement that I can think of. Um, will receive a $3,600 child tax credit, even if the child was born on December 31st of 2021, and a $1,400 stimulus check due to dependents, according to Andy Phillips, director at the Tax Institute at H&R Block. Okay, so this is very, very important. So if you don't claim this, you won't get it. Okay, so any babies that were born in 2021 are owed a $1,400 stimulus check. They're a person too, right? And a $3,600 child tax credit. You combine those, and that is a total of $5,000. Okay, but if you don't claim it on a tax return, you won't get it. That's why this is very, very important that you physically know this information. This is one of those things that if you don't know about it, you're going to miss out on $5,000. This I can't stress this enough. It's very, very important. Share this video with anybody you know that had a new baby in 2021. Also, if you had a new baby in 2020, same type of thing here. Those babies are due or can claim stimulus checks 1 and 2 for dependents. Okay, yeah, because children got those stimulus checks. I got to go all the way back here to what those children got. But yeah, you can go back and file amended tax returns and claim those stimulus checks. Okay, as well as the child tax credits, which was $2,000 back then. Okay. If you're in this situation, you probably want to talk to a tax professional, even if it's H&R Block or your tax, whoever your tax preparer is, your tax accountant, tax preparer, anybody who it is, because each person's situation. The important thing is that I told you about this information and you know about it. Because if nobody told you about this, you probably might not know about it. Or you might not know about it, and you could miss out on $5,000. I'm gonna have all sorts of tips like this going forward here with tax return or tax season kind of gets closer. Share this video with anybody you know that had a new baby in the last 2 years, because if they don't know about this, they could miss out. And again, for 2020, if you didn't do this, you can go back and file an amended tax return. That's not hard to do at all. You can have a tax professional do it for you, probably for like $100 or something like that, and have them do it, and go back and claim those stimulus checks for the baby and the child tax credit, and it's going to be many thousands of dollars, probably. I don't know, I'm just adding them up in my head real quickly. It's going to be several $1,000s. So keep that in mind. I'm going to keep you up to date here with everything: stimulus checks, stimulus programs, state stimulus programs, SNAP, Social Security raises, all sorts of things, student loan forgiveness, everything you guys need to know about. So make sure to subscribe down below. Click the subscribe button if you haven't yet, so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's completely free to do so. You don't want to miss out on any new videos. I'll keep you up to date here on everything going on here in our country. You can click here to watch our newest video next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.